It's been long we discuss about Forex trading, specifically our Forex trading bot. So I said, why not take a moment to show you one of the redefined version of our Vixibot trading bot, which makes it more effective and less risky. So why are you still waiting? Let's dive in.
Okay, so this is the screen of our backtest. This backtest is actually for 30 days backtest result is what you are seeing right here. But not only the backtest I want to show you, because we are going to backtest it later on as we are proceeding. So let's begin to what is new in our new Vixibot trading bot right away. Our previous Vixibot was like kind of executing trade randomly. Whenever the market is going up, it keeps selling and expect the market to drop, and when the market drops, it hit the take profit and the trade executed and then close in profit. That was our previous Vixibot, but currently now we have redefined our Vixibot to a new technique that we are going to be using. So we are actually going to be using the highs and the lows. So we are going to be placing pending orders on the highs, on the lows, waiting for the market to trigger, and when the market triggers, it hits the take profit, or maybe we increment it when it doesn't go the direction. I'm going to show you how it play around. So that's why we are using fractal to detect the highs as well as the lows of a specific candle where we are going to execute our pending orders. So I'm going to drag Euro USD to the chart. So let's be experimenting with Euro USD right on this video. So this is Euro USD current chart right now. So if you can see, the fractal represents the highs and the lows of the candle, in this case in our 30-minute candle right here. So I'm going to navigate to the code of our Vixibot so I can quickly show you what we are doing. So right here we include the necessary dependencies that we are going to use for this Vixibot. So, and then if you scroll down, we see we initialize our fractal up and fractal down. That's what we have, this function of calling a fractal, and for the current period that we are, which is 30 minutes, and we get the symbol properties that like the symbol point, the bid, as well as the current price by calculating the ask plus bid divided by 2. That gives you the current price, and then we get our ATR value right here. So what we are actually doing here is that we check that no position is placed already, which is the last buy price equals to 0 and last buy order price equals to 0, which means there's no position and there's no order. So when there's no position and when there's no order and fractal up price is recognized, which is fractal up price not equals to 0, we are going to place a buy stop on the fractal up price. So that's whenever you see the fractal up price and there's no position already, we will execute trade on the fractal up price. And then what next are we going to do when we execute the trade? When the trade is triggered, which is this callback function that we have here. This is a callback function that is being called on every single trade execution, that is on trade transaction. So if the trade is executed, that is when we call transaction.type equals to trade transaction deal add. When the deal is added, what we are going to do is that we get the symbol properties like the position ticket, the order volume, the position open price, that's the order open price that transition to a position, the symbols, the order type, as well as the symbol points by calling this function. And then we check to make sure that there's position or a position was triggered by checking that the ticket is actually greater than 0. So when it is greater than 0, what we are going to do is that we are going to check if the order type is buy, while we also get our ATR, which is our take profit ATR. So we are using the ATR to set our take profit. So we check the deal type, if the position type is buy, and then we execute our take profit. That's what we are doing right here. This function has nothing special apart from executing a take profit. So it checks the direction of the order that is just been executed, and then when the order is triggered, it set a take profit for a sell or a buy order that is being triggered. That's what the function is doing. So if you navigate back to this option where you see our manage by order. So what we are actually doing here is that we are checking if the order that we executed is a buy stop order and the price goes below the buy stop order and we have another fractal. That's what we are checking there. If last buy order price is greater than 0, which means there's an order that is being executed, that's a pending order, and we have our fractal price is less than the re-entry threshold in which we put up to a certain point. So if it's up to 100 points by default or whatsoever might be the default in the future, so what we are going to do is that we are going to make sure that fractal is available. So when fractal is not equals to 0 and fractal up price is not equals to the last order price, and then fractal up price is less than the last order price. So now what we are going to do is that we are going to place another buy limit order, which is buy stop, and then we cancel the previous one. So that is in the case of the previous order is not executed. So if the previous order was executed and turned to a position, what we are going to do is that if the price is less than our position price, the last executed position price in which we get from this last buy price, if the up fractal price is then less than or equals to the re-entry threshold in point that we keep here, so we are going to execute another order by making sure that the fractal is not equals to 0 and then the fractal up price is less than, that's the up price is less than the last buy price. That's when we are going to execute a buy stop order. What we are actually doing with our Vixibot right now is that we have a stretch entry threshold. So we do not randomly execute trade, but we wait for the highs as well as the lows, and that's where we are going to set our limit order to execute, and this reduce the risks and also increase the potential of profitability of these trading bots, Vixibot Forex trading bot. So currently now we are not actually using market order, but we are using limit order. So you can see the revise of this buy order is for the sell order. So the sell order is a revise of the buy order. So what we are doing here is just to revise it for the sell order. So I'm going to go ahead and backtest these algorithms for you to see it for yourself. So this is actually our inputs in which we use 0.01. The multiplier level is 1.6, which is 60%, and the re-entry threshold is 100 points, which is 10 pips. So if the market go against us up to 10 pips and there's another fractal that indicates the highs and the lows, so we are going to execute another pending order right there. So the TP, if set, the bot automatically set your TP to 3 pips, which is 30 points, but if you set it to 0, it automatically sets TP automatically using ATR value. So that's exactly what it means here. So if I go to settings, you will see we have $1,000 in which I'm going to increase it to 10,000. Okay, let's just use $1,000 for testing purpose, and then we have from the 30 days period. Okay, we have from 30 days period, which is our from 14th of April to 14th of May. So that's what we are doing here, and then I'm going to start the backtest and then go to the graph section, and you can see we still have drawdown in the equity right here. You can see when the equity is coming down here, the equity is coming down here, and the balance is going up. So I'm going to backtest this for 1 year to see the potential of this bot right away, but I'm going to increase the balance. We can still backtest it with $1,000, but just for flexibility, I'm going to increase the balance to 10,000 USD and then navigate down to 2024, May of 2024. So I'm going to go to May 14 because currently we are on the 14th. So I'm going to backtest it right away and then go to the charts. So you can actually see how it is trading right now. There are pumps on the balance. So you can see when the balance is going straight, this is the equity which actually goes down for a while and then it pumps up. It always pumps up. This is a test from Euro USD. So this is definitely safer than the previous Vixibot that we were using. So you can trade it with a minimum of $1,000, recommended $10,000. If you don't have up to $10,000, you can use a cent account to trade with this trading bot right away. You can see the equity consolidating here, and it actually pumped the balance when it closed. So this version of Vixibot holds position for a long time, so it actually hold position for like 4 days, 5 days, or even a week. But this is the safest. It's the safest of all the Vixibot versions that we've ever developed throughout the history of Forex. So I am convinced that you will like the new version of this redefined Vixibot. You can see it from the chart right here, you know, the balance pump, the balance pump, and the balance pump, and the balance pump. So for the period of 1 year, we actually make 160% approximately. Yeah, we actually grow up to 160% from here, because we started with $10,000 and it makes 15,692 net profit for the period of 12 months. This is incredible. This is with 0.01 lot size. So think of when you increase the lot size to maybe 0.02 or 0.05, for example. Let's use 0.05, and then let's backtest it again. So I'm going to click on backtest and then go to the charts. Let's see how it performed this time with 0.05. And you can see the pump right away. So this is incredible. This is incredible. The balance pump, and you see a straight line, and you see a pump. That's how it trades. It requires patience to be successful with this new redefined version of Vixibot when you are trading with it. Okay, so that's the end of our backtest. And if we go, you can see the charts, the balance pump, the balance pump. And then if we go to our backtest result, you can see we make 64,000 USDT in a period of 1 year. During the previous version, there were users who were able to grow $15,000 to $100,000 in the period of 4 months. This was incredible. It was incredible. So think of what you can do with this new redefined version, which is less risky. You can actually grow your account. If you decide to take a higher risk, you can double your account in a jiffy. So it's not something you have to think about it twice before activating it, because it's the best version of Vixibot that we've ever developed throughout the history of Forex. If you want to test out this trading bot, I can send it to you for free. Just click on the subscribe button, like this video, and comment "I want this trading bot" on the comment section. Then I'm going to message you and tell you where to follow and get your trading bots. This is for limited time, so do that right now and click on the link to join our official Discord channel, and then I will see you in the Discord channel. You can increase your potential earnings automatically by using our Forex trading bot. So head over to forex.com and then go to bot section or product section. You will see the list of our trading bots. Check and make your choice. Come back to thank me later. Until then, see you in the Discord channel, link in the description.